hero stands on golden sand and watches the ships that go sailing somewhere beyond the sea. She's there watching for me.
Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the Chris Chan iceberg video that y'all have been waiting for. So, starting off, over the iceberg, we have Sonichu. That is a character Chris made up to avoid copyright in his AV class in high school. He mashed together Sonic and Pikachu and ended up with Sonichu. Video rants, whenever Chris is upset, or whenever he's upset, he makes video rants on YouTube to portray his anger with whatever the subject is. A virgin with rage is Chris's way of describing himself, with himself being a virgin and being mad about it. Liquid Chris is a troll who posed as Chris and took credit for Sonichu and the comics and started making merch. The game place is the place where Chris met Megan Schroeder, one of his gal pals that he ruined a friendship with. I think that'll be lower down in the iceberg. The Geno Samuel documentaries is a comprehensive documentary about Chris's life, and it is one of the best documentaries if you that you would want to watch if you want to know about Chris more. Clyde Cash is one of the most notorious trolls that Chris has faced in his life. The character of Clyde Cash started with Clyde Cash's younger brother Ryan Cash committing suicide because Chris failed to publish another Sonichu comic. 14 Branchland Court is the address of Chris's home. The Love Quest is Chris's quest to get a girlfriend, or as he puts it, a boyfriend-free girl. The Internet Lumberjack is what they call Bob Chandler, Chris's dad, when he caught Chris masturbating on the family computer and threatened to cut down the internet. The Classic is Chris's shirt. It is the red one with the blue and white stripes. The Quickie is a website that is used to document Chris and has every article you can find about Chris. The Medallion is a Crayola clay magic medallion of Sonichu's face. It has a peg on the back of it where Chris puts his graduation ring. I'm sorry, I'm a little boy, so you're going to hear a lot of voice cracks. Now on to the tip of the iceberg. "I'm working on it" is a quote that Chris says when his father came into his room and threatened to sit him down to get all the videos of their horrendous household off the internet. The Christian and the Hedgehog Boys. That is a band consisting of Chris Chan, Sonichu, Sonic, and Dark Sonichu. The ED article is the source of the Chris Chan trolling. That is where most people back in the early 2000s found out about Chris. The Trans Saga is when Chris was convinced that he is a transsexual and became a woman. The Man in the Pickle Suit, he is a he is a troll that is dressed as a pickle because Chris has stated his very much dislike for pickles. The Hexbox is what Chris calls the Xbox. BronyCon is a convention where bronies go. The Dimensional Merge is a theory, or it is a prophecy that Chris believes that the world that we live in and the fictional world that has Sonic, Spider-Man, all the DC characters, cartoon characters, will merge together, going to one world. The attraction sign is a very sexist and misogynistic sign that Chris made to attract women at his high school. The Sanchu car is the license plate that Chris puts on any of his cars, and with that, each car he gets will be called the Sanchu car. I think there have been 3 cars with that license plate. The Parappa the Rapper contest is a contest that Chris lost to someone with actual talent, and he made it a big deal and threatened the person that won. He mainly wanted to go into the Parappa the Rapper contest so he can impress Megan and get her a PSP. Asperchu is a parody of Chris and Sonichu. He is a parody that has Asperger's, which Chris very much hates Asperger's. Gal Pals is what Chris calls his female friends. The house fire is when Chris's house caught fire because he plugged in a Keurig into the bathroom outlet. Axe body spray. The Axe body spray comes from Chris believing that with only Axe body spray he can attract women, and women will flock all over him, as shown in the Axe body spray commercials. The red straw refers to the straw that Chris drew in one of the Sonichu comics, and it is very large, and people say it looks like a dildo. The graduation ring is what Chris says is the source to all of his powers, and it was a substitute for the medallion for a while when after after one of its after the medallion has been stolen one time. The Miyamoto saga is when someone posed as Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, and emailed Chris saying that he wants to make a Sonichu game, even though Sonic is owned by Sega. Lego PS3, in a video of Chris saying why he needs the PS3, he shows a PS2 covered in Legos and said this is the PS3, and for some reason thought that would impress people. Mary Lee Walsh was the dean of Chris's college, and she is the one who told Chris to stop with the attraction sign, which led to Chris being expelled for a while. But during the Stone Age is a quote said by Sonichu in the comics. It is when I forgot the name of the other Sonichu, but he was coming in as a ball, coming down to crush Chris and Sonichu. And Chris says, "Hurry, run!" And Sonichu says, "You don't have to tell me twice." But in the Stone Age, meaning that a caveman, you would have to tell them twice because they are too stupid. Below the water. Below the water. Christopher Weston Chandler was Chris's original name. Yeah, that was Chris's original name before the orchestra bear accidentally said Christian instead of Christopher. Jack Thaddeus is a troll who put many gay ads on the Sonichu website. Finachu Crisis Saga is the saga of Chris not being able to pay off his debts. Pemer is what Chris calls Trump. Don't call anybody is what Chris says after trying to leave the GameStop, and he ended up pepper spraying an employee. The Ivy Saga is a saga of Chris dating one of the trolls known as Ivy, and many things came out of that, including a cover of Holding Out for a Hero. Barb's hoarding. Uh, some people say that Barb's hoarding is one of the reasons why the house caught fire. It might be because if you see Chris's house tour videos, the original one, the house is left in only like slim hallways because the walls are just stacked to the roof with boxes, and many rooms of their house Many rooms of the house have been closed off because they're just full of things. Blue Spike is a troll that posed as one of Chris's sweethearts and ended up having Chris shove one of his medallions up his ass. The Wikipedia gay ads, that's pretty self-explanatory. They were put there by Jack Thaddeus. Panda Halo was one of Chris's. I'm not sure if she was just a gal pal or also a sweetheart, but she lived in Australia, and Chris believed that she died in a brush fire. The PS3 humping, that is self-explanatory. Chris humped his PS3. The Fanta. Chris's favorite drink at the time was Fanta. He drank a lot of Fanta, orange Fanta to be precise, and he had a theory that if he drinks a lot of one thing, his semen would taste like that, but then he just ended up putting his semen in the Fanta, defeating the purpose. Scrapbook of Fail. That is a lot of Chris's drawings that he made, both being risque and just being just normal artworks. Lego High School Model. Chris made a Lego High School Model out of Lego Friends boxes, and there's a video of that on YouTube if you look it up. Grimace cosplay during during one of his love arcs. Someone asked him to cosplay as Grimace. Jimmy Hill was a old soccer commentary person, and people used his image saying that he is the true father of Sonichu, and the Sonichu that was along with him was very flamboyantly gay. He looked a lot like Mr. Slave from South Park. 10-ton doghouse in a call with Casey, I think, yeah, Casey. With Casey's father, he was criticizing him a lot. I like that call a lot, actually. It really gives a Chris a wake up call to actually being productive in his life. But it goes on for a while. And They were talking about working and how Casey's dad did all this stuff, and Chris says, "I do get out. I have to move the doghouse, and it's very hard. It's 10 tons, about 10 tons." Teen Troon Squad was a group of teenagers who gave Chris money, and then Chris accidentally doxed so they stopped talking to Chris. Casey father calls. I just stated it, but to go more in depth in it, Casey was Liquid Chris's girlfriend, and Chris started trying to get with her. And so Casey says, "You need to talk to my dad if you're going to date me." And so then it goes on to a 1 or 2 hour call of Chris's dad basically scolding Chris for being lazy and fat and making fun of 9/11. Chris was into My Little Pony before Bronies. So before, I don't know the exact company that owns My Little Pony, but the channel it was on when I first found it was called The Hub. So before the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic show was made, back when it was just regular ponies in like some movies, Chris was a fan of it back then before the Friendship is Magic show. The Ohio trip is when one of his sweethearts was taken by Clyde Cash and Blue Spike, and he went to Ohio to the address that they gave him, and he ended up just meeting some old woman who didn't know who any of them were. Nigo was what Chris used instead of the N word. Ricardo Weston Chandler is the name Chris used instead, or not instead. It is the name Chris used in his Spanish class. The Blanca saga. Is when Chris was dating Blanca. I'm not sure really what happened during there, but you already know it ended up being a troll. Jule is what Chris screamed out I think both during a sex call with Julie, and also in a video dedicated to Julie of him having sex with a sex doll. Michael Snyder hit and run. Chris and Barb, I think they were together when they went. They went to the game place to try to get Chris. Uh, no, they saw it was under new management, and when they went in, Michael Snyder was there, and he told them to get out. And then Chris got in an argument with Michael Snyder, and then got in his car, hit him, and then drove away. Surf Shack Tito is a troll. I don't think he really did that much. I think he just taunted Chris. The Idea Guys gave Chris a lot of false history about Nazis and just basically about Nazis. They're like some of those people that really think Nazis are very funny. And they also gave Chris the idea that I think that he was trans and the dimensional merge. Billy Mays, he was used as he was used to get Chris upset and call Chris, and no, not call Chris, but and basically said that Billy Mays is the mayor of Quickville, which is the fictional town that Sonichu and all Chris's characters reside. Sonichu.net was the original website owned by Chris. Animal Crossing Let's Plays, so way back, like Nintendo Power magazines. Chris made Animal Crossing Let's Plays and is said to be maybe Chris could be the very first Let's Player ever. And he made a video showing his Animal Crossing world on the GameCube, and it ended up getting on the Nintendo Power. The Too Many Games incident is when Chris was he was said to be harassing a lot of women, and he had a panic attack and started crying on the floor. Mark the Tapir is said to be a character in Sonic Boom based off of Chris. Dirty Crapped Briefs. Chris says whenever he gets nervous, he poops his pants. Chris Chan is citing at My Little Pony film. That's pretty self-explanatory. Song of Christian is a poem that Chris made in school and ended off with him being very upset about getting a low grade on a assignment. The 2012 prostitute is when Chris lost his virginity to a prostitute. Treatment of the Chandler cats. The Chandlers have a very bad habit of every time they get a cat, it ends up dying very fast. Rocky is or the entire name is Rocky Shoemaker. That is Chris's terrible psychiatrist who doesn't actually help him, and she just tells him vague things, and Chris keeps on doing what he's going to her for doing. The Unclit is a piercing Chris got on his what he believes to be his clit, and he decided to cut it open, believing that he would grow a vagina. The Abusive Babysitter, when Chris was very young, they left him with his parents, Barb and Bob, left him with a babysitter. And Chris says he remembers being thrown into a room, told to shut up, and then he didn't talk for a few years. Bent duck. Duck is used as a word for penis for Chris, and bent duck refers to Chris's penis being bent. Cole Smithy is Chris's half brother. He is a movie reviewer. Quickie Farms is a play on the Quickie Forms. Someone, when reading the Quickie, someone said Kiwi, and so they made another website for documenting Chris called the Kiwi Farms. Not suitable for work comics. Chris draws his characters having sex a lot, including himself with people he knows. Wall of Originals is a wall that Chris has made of custom Sonic, or not Sonic, Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Little Big Planet levels. Chris made lots of Little Big Planet levels, some being documents of his life, autism, and tutorials. She came for JPEG. That she came for CWC. That is a drawing of Chris having sex with his friend Megan Schroeder, which led to her not talking to him anymore. Custom My Little Pony dolls. Chris made My Little Pony dolls of himself, a Cherokee one, and I'm not sure what other ones. Cake farts. Chris farted in cakes. Shrek retold. I am not sure entirely what that is. Hmm. Bob's walk-in. Uh, I think this also takes place with the. I'm gonna cut it down. Chris was having phone sex with one of his sweethearts. I think it was Julie, and while he was doing it, trolls were calling the Chandler household and told Bob that Chris was trying to commit suicide, and Bob walked in on him. Quick Pokey Site 1 and 2 were old websites Chris used, but ended up getting doxxed by trolls, or not doxxed, taken over by trolls. The blackface video, Chris made a cosplay of Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball. Mall CAD design. In high school or college, Chris made a CAD design for a mall and was very proud of it, but then he got very angry that he didn't get anything from it and mad that it wasn't actually built. Darkness is a fat, retarded man. I think he's medically retarded, and he's very, that is an entirely different thing to go into because there's a lot with him. He does deals with demons. He has written books, and he says he kills homeless people because they do drugs. OKKO Sonichu reference in the cartoon on Cartoon Network. OKKO. There is a scene where KO's mother says, "Go KO, do whatever," and KO says, "Thank you, mother, I will," which is a reference to Sonichu, and Chris says, "Go, Sonichu, zap to the extreme." And Sonichu tells Chris, depending on which version you're looking at, either says, "Yes, mother," or "Father, I will, thank you." The cum stain. In many photos, I think specifically on his 18th birthday, there are pictures of Chris with cum stains on his pants. Shitting on a towel. Chris shits on a towel. CWC references in Monster music video. Sonichu shows up in the Monster music video. Chris spooning Barb. As an adult, Chris spoons his mother. Chris album art. Yeah, that's where Sonichu came from when he didn't want to get, or his teacher told him not to use copyright material. Chris and Barb's relationship. People say, or Chris has said multiple times, that he wants to have his way with Barb, his mother, and people think that their relationship goes very, very. They think their relationship is very intimate and incestual. Adam Ellis Sonichu comic. Oh, that is a someone made a Sonichu comic, and I'm not sure if Chris liked it or he was very angered by it. CWC allegedly, Chris allegedly hits Barb, but no one's sure if that's true or not. Giant penis comic. For one of his sweethearts, they asked him to draw a realistic size of his penis for one of his comics, and Chris just ended up pressing his penis against the paper and tracing it. Peeing on the floor. Chris pees on the floor whenever he wants. CWC's other relatives. Chris says that he is of royal descent, and by other relatives, I think it means his niece and his other siblings, his other half siblings, that is, that he does not talk to because most of his kids don't like either Barb or Bob, so they don't want to connect to them or make contact to them. Church unicorn outfit incident. Chris cosplays as a unicorn, and one time he went to church and one of the youth pastors there passed Chris a letter saying or requesting for him to remove the horns and the ears. Chris hated Harry Potter. Chris hates Harry Potter. Hey Now You're an All-Star video. That is hilarious. You should look up that video after this. That video is hilarious. And the unclipped pictures. Those are pictures of Chris's so-called vagina. Well, that has been it for this video. Hopefully it came out to your liking. I've been doing a lot of research on most of them, even though I didn't remember like a few of them. But hope you come back. If you like, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you didn't like, leave a dislike. I will see you next time.
Guys, just want to say sorry for not adding in pictures for the last 9 minutes, but you guys get the gist. I wanted to get this out as soon as I could, and I don't think I needed to add pictures for every single thing. And you saw the last few sections there. There was way too many, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.